Hey you guys, welcome to Curly T Sketch. Now this is an offshoot of my main website, curlyt.com. This is for my crafts people, my people who are into DIY sketchbooks, stationery, pens, information about markers, all types of stuff related to craft, or at least the things about craft that I'm interested in. This particular video, we're going to create our own sketchbook. Now, this isn't the first sketchbook that I've ever created, if you guys have been paying attention to my Instagram, but I wanted a smaller, more portable sketchbook that was around 5.5 by 4 or 4.5 by 5.5. It wasn't too big, it wasn't too tiny. So anyway, let's get into it. This particular sketchbook is made with 10 sheets of my accent opaque 16-point paper. This is gorgeous thick paper. It's the type of paper that you would use as a card base. I specifically wanted some thick paper because I wanted to use the paper to test out all of my markers. And when it comes to paper, look at the GSM number, the grams per meter squared number. At this point, you can completely disregard the pounds. That tells you nothing because it depends on what type of paper it is, whether it's cover stock, index, Bristol, etc., along with the GSM number, the grams per meter squared number, that tells you how thick your paper is going to be. I'm using an X-Acto guillotine type paper trimmer. I find these to be much easier than the rotary trimmers or regular scissors. Now, the first way to get your pages down to the size that you prefer, in my case, is 4 inches by 5.5 inches. And these sheets are 8.5 by 11. Cut the 8.5 inch side down to 8 inches. Rotate the page and cut it down to 5.5 inches. Now rotate it again and cut it down to 4 inches. Now see, I did this when I was trying to figure out how big I wanted my pages. Now you can just cut the 8.5 down to 8 and then cut that down to 4 and then go from there. This is just the way that I did it as I was recording the video, because at that point I still wasn't sure how big or how small I wanted the pages to be for this sketchbook. Anyway, you'll just keep watching, you'll see. Now you're going to continue to cut the sheets until you have a total of 40 sheets. Each one 8.5 by 11 inch piece of paper will make 4 sheets for the sketchbook. Now it's time to bind your pages. I like spiral sketchbooks, notebooks. I like the spiral style so that I can fold it over. So I'm going to be using the cinch bindery tool. Punches the holes. It tells you which peg you got to pull out in order to have even margins along the top and the bottom and everything. I'm punching the holes along the 4-inch side, and for 4 inches you have to pull out peg number 8. For 40 thick sheets like this, a 1-inch wire should suffice. The cinch punches holes on a 2-to-1 pitch. So when you're buying wires, look for wires that say 2-to-1 pitch, 2:1 pitch, so that they fit when you put the punched pages on the wire. The wire I'm using is actually for a different hole punch machine, but it still works here because the pitch is still 2-to-1. This is the 1-inch black wire from Zutter. The way to hide the unsightly part of the wire is when you are putting your punch sheets on the wire, you put all of your pages first, and then you put both the back cover page and the front cover page, stack them on top of each other and put them on top of the wire to the point where they both sit on top of your stacks of pages, so that when you open the book, the unsightly part of the wire will be in the back instead of the front. And that's it. You can use this sketchbook either horizontally or vertically, whichever is better for you. You can also just cut it down to 4.5 by 5.5. You don't have to worry about trimming off the little half that I do at the beginning of the video. Whatever is best for you, do that. This is DIY, you can make it as complicated or as simple as possible. You also don't have to use the thick paper that I use. You can use regular paper, whatever you feel most comfortable with drawing, using your markers, your pens, paint pens, whatever you need. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to check out curlyt.com for more information. I am by no means an expert. Do you not understand that the last time I actually drew something with my own hands, I had to be in middle school? Anyway, this is fun. This is experimentation. This is me just getting back to the thing that we all used to do when we were much younger, which is using our hands and our imaginations and our creativity to come up with all types of silly things to be happy with, things to make you less stressed, or things to help you express your creativity. So have fun, you guys, and keep DIYing.